Assalamualaikum and a very good morning, afternoon and evening whenever you watch this video. My name is Mohamad Nazmi B081810154. My matrix number is B081810154. I am from 4th year BA student. I am presenting my FYP. The title is Development of an IoT-Based Health Monitoring System for COVID-19 Patient in Quarantine. This project is supervised by T.S. Encik Mazlan bin Zainal. Before we continue, I would like to share my poster for final year project. As you can see, there is project overview and system flowchart analysis, and as well the conclusion for this project. Coronavirus, or well known as COVID-19, has widely spread over the world, causing both financial and healthcare havoc. A particular quarantine center had been established to treat COVID patients. With the strength of IoT technology, this treatment for quarantine camp can help the healthcare. This COVID-19 is highly contagious as a result to physical contact. Therefore, a remotely monitor health status of a patient is a must in the quarantine camp. Until 11 January 2022, Malaysia has recorded for a COVID-19 case. The confirmed case is around 2,788,860. For the recovered case, there is 2,717,422. And the death is 31,699.96 case. As the objective of this project, first, to design and develop microcontroller circuit and hardware for a health monitoring system for COVID-19 patient in quarantine. Then, to apply an IoT technology on the health monitoring system via a smartphone for monitoring purpose. And the last one is to analyze the performance of the health monitoring system in terms of its detection, effectiveness of patient heartbeat, blood pressure, and body temperature via an open source IoT cloud. As for the scope of the project, first, the health monitoring system will acknowledge the sensor reading that is for blood pressure, body temperature, and heartbeat pulse. Next, the 16x2 LCD display is used to display the parameter from the sensor to the device. And next, C, the Wi-Fi module will transmit all data to the Blynk application. And D, the warning sign will alert to the Blynk application if any abnormal reading happen. As for the methodology has been split into two parts. There is hardware and software in order to build this project. First, the software by using the Proteus and as well the Arduino IDE for the coding. And the hardware are connected to the board that is used, not MCU, as the microcontroller base. As you can see here, the hardware component DS18B20 is temperature sensor. The blood pressure test kit is for blood pressure sensor and heartbeat pulse sensor. And this project used the battery supply of 9V, LCD display 19x2, the buzzer for alarm, and the Node MCU with ESP8266 as the main board of microcontroller. This part will show the flowchart of my PSM2. This flowchart contains the hardware development. First, we will start with design the connection circuit of hardware system. There is the understanding of component. Then, we continue with coding verification of simulation and hardware. The simulation of verification coding I'm using is Arduino IDE. Then the next step is combine the hardware with apps. There is the ESP8266 is connected to the Blynk application using the off token that are given in the Blynk application. After done all this step, data is analyzed As you can see here, the flowchart of the IoT Health Monitoring System. This flowchart shows how the system works and on receiving and transmitting data from patient to the IoT server. From the start, the next is initializing of module. Then it gets sensor data from the patient. After that, the system will check whether the data is normal or abnormal. Abnormal here means the systolic reading is above 129 and the temperature reading is above 37.5 degrees Celsius. And next is the heartbeat pulse is over the 200 BPM. If the reading are not normal, it will send signal to the Blynk application and the buzzer will alert. When the buzzer alert means the warning sign appear in the Blynk application. If the reading is normal, it will send data to the Blynk application and data is displayed. As you can see here, the block diagram. First, the DS18B20 is the temperature sensor connect to Node MCU as well as blood pressure and heart rate pulse sensor and power supply. Then from the board, it will spread to ESP8266 to Wi-Fi module that is linked with Blynk application and LCD display and buzzer as the output. Here are the finalized project with the casing. The casing is chosen because it has a more robust structure for this device. This device will be put beside the bed of the patient to make it easier for the patient to get the reading of the body parameter. Next, we will continue with data analysis. But before we continue to data analysis, I will show you the project demonstration to explain how the project works.
Okay, this is my project device. So first we will start with switch on the project device. As you can see from Wi-Fi connecting, we will turn to Wi-Fi connected. So the device is connected to the Blynk now. This is the Blynk. So now I will use this blood pressure test kit that will sense blood pressure for systolic, diastolic and heart rate pulse. And this is the S18B20 that is used for temperature sensor. We put under the armpit to get body temperature of axillary. So now we start this data reading. As you see here, the blood pressure start to get the data. Okay, after the reading complete, as you can see here in the display here, the systolic blood pressure is 155, diastolic 111 and heart rate pulse is 101. So as display here in LCD, the same with the blood pressure test kit, and the temperature is 37.44. You can see in the Blynk application, the warning sign appear. This is because the systolic reading is 155, that is above than 129 for the limitation of normal reading. That means the patient is having an abnormal reading for the time being.
Now, we will continue with the data analysis. Here is the effectiveness of detection. This data analysis is to analyze the performance of this health monitoring system. As you can see, this data is taken for a person in the 4 consecutive days. From this graph, you can see it is directly proportional to the blood pressure test kit, but the temperature are normally in average reading. And last, as the conclusion, first, the warning alarm can alert the doctor and nurse to give the treatment to critical patient. Means the doctor and nurse can be alert earlier to the critical patient with the abnormal body parameter. Next, the health status can be monitored remotely and help the healthcare department to monitor patients simultaneously. In the quarantine camp, doctor and nurse can monitor a few or 10 of the patients simultaneously with the Blynk application. Next is the modern technologies, that means IoT technologies, have developed that promote comfortable and better life, which is disease-free. That's all from me for my FYP presentation, and here is the Gantt chart for my PSM1 and PSM2. Thank you.